Hey guys, what's happening? It's your boy Terence back at another video. How are you guys doing? Hope you are safe during this lockdown. Hope you're doing great. I'm doing exceptionally fine, as you can tell from some of my previous videos. Um, Before I begin this video, a couple of disclaimers. I am not your doctor. Neither am I a medical student. I am not your doctor. This is only advice based on my experience or my intuition or my uh, experience in terms of being in an unhealthy place and being in a healthy place, right? So this is just my personal advice. uh, if you don't want to follow it, it's totally fine. I am not responsible for whatever happens in terms of your decisions. You are matured enough to make your own decisions. Again, I'm just repeating, I am not your family doctor or something like this. Before I start giving my ways of tackling the virus in a certain direction. Yes, so today I thought of making this video. You probably read the title by now, but wait, before you want to know what I think about what kind of diet you should follow or what should be a diet plan, go ahead and subscribe to the channel right now. Almost 90% of you guys have not subscribed to the channel, so guys, I request you, please subscribe. Take 5 seconds and subscribe right now. I'm going to count down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, hope you guys are subscribed. I hope I see the numbers going up. Anyways, it doesn't matter, but still, if you all are subscribed, and for my past subscribers, thank you very much. Now let's get back to the video. So today's video is going to be a little more serious. It's not about entertainment as such, right? It's about what I follow or what I am following during the lockdown and coming for the next few months. You don't have to follow this. It's not very exciting. It's in fact very boring, but I think being boring is important sometimes, because it helps you maintain consistency and helps you lead a better life that way. Okay, now let me give you an example before I even get to what should be your diet plan, etc. Right? So let's consider this. On one hand, you have an old bike, right? Let's say an old bike, basically a 20-year-old bike, and then you have a new bike, let's say a $2 million bike. Don't know what kind of bike that would be, but if you have a $2 million bike and then you have a 20-year-old bike, right? One thing both of these have in common is the type of servicing that you do, right, will determine the future of that bike, those bikes, right? But most importantly, right, do you feel both these bikes, let's say if they were new, right? So let's say there was this $2,000 bike which is new, not old yet, $2,000 bike, and you have a $2 million bike, right? So let's say it came with instructions. As example, this has to be filled with petrol type A, and this should be filled with petrol type B, right? What do you think will happen over the next 20 years to those bikes, right? If this bike only gets petrol A and this bike gets only petrol B, right? Basically, whatever type of petrol was assigned to them is what they follow, right? So do you feel in terms of fuel efficiency and fuel capacity? Now I understand, don't come at me saying it's on the driver and all that. I get that. I'm just talking in terms of the fuel, right? Do you feel they would avoid risks in terms of efficiency and performance? Yes. So if your answer is yes, you're probably logically smart and not dumb, right? Not to call you guys dumb, but still, yeah. So if you provide the same type of fuel that was mentioned in the manual or in the instructions, the capacity for the both the bikes to perform in certain manner would be almost 99%. There's always a 1% for failure, but yeah, right? So let's think about the human body that way, right? I'm not going to tell you guys what to eat in particular. It's some logical sense that you need to use, especially in these times, to keep your immunity up, right? So think of it that way. Now, logically speaking, if there's a human body, right, do you feel it will perform better if it gets the same type of fuel every time, or if you keep giving it different type, and suddenly you give it like 20 liters, suddenly you give it 10 liters, suddenly you give it 1 liter of different type, right? What do you feel will happen? So it's as simple as that, right? I'm just talking in terms of keeping our immunity strong. This is understanding that at least you have some sort of an active lifestyle and you have a goal to stay healthy, right? So think about food as fuel, don't think about food as taste. It is very easy to get caught up in that. If you like food, if you're one of those people who like, oh, I live for food, oh, food is my career, all due respect, right? I have no problem in terms of that. But if you want to be a little more logical, like how I am, yes, so think about food as fuel, and think about how your body would perform on fuel A, B, C, D, on which type of fuel performs better, and then stick to that as much as possible. Now there is obviously obvious chance for variance happening here and there, but that is totally fine, right? So that's tip number one. It's not like there's no script and no tips. I don't know why did I say tip number, but one thing you can take away is think about food as fuel and choose the best fuel for you, and be more consistent in terms of having that more. So how do I use that this logic in my life is, not when I'm trying to shred down to extreme unhealthy weights, but when I'm just maintaining my normal routine, and I'm just trying to gain a lot of muscle, whatever, right? This is normal day-to-day life, right? When I'm not targeting a particular result in terms of weight loss, weight gain, whatever, right? So on those days, what I do is whatever breakfast I have in that week is probably the same that week. Now this may sound a lot more extreme to you guys, but just hold on. I have almost 10 years of experience in this. That's why I'm telling you. For me, my mind is acclimated to those processes, and I'm more comfortable that way. Like I told you earlier, the same fuel you maintain constantly, your body performs better, and so does your mind eventually, right? Because I've acclimated myself to difficult things like eating less, blah blah blah. But that's a different story. Now coming back to the topic, I just keep getting derailed, right? So what I do is I try to have the same breakfast whole throughout the week, right? So that way, at least for breakfast, my body is acclimated and understands, hey, look, at this time, this is probably what's going to come, right? And by the 10th or the 11th day or the third week or the fourth week, your body is pretty used to it, and it doesn't have to complicate stuff in terms of producing different types of enzymes, blah blah blah. All you medical students, you know what I'm talking about in terms of digestion, right? So I at least do this for my breakfast, and for my dinner, or my what do you call a lunch and a dinner together? Lunner. I know for the brunch, but okay. Yeah. So right now I have 2 meals a day. I don't have 3 meals a day, because I understand my body very well, and even on 2 meals a day I do tend to put on weight. That's how shitty my metabolism is from my childhood, which it's taken me 10 years to fix, and it's something that I have accepted, and I keep moving on to a different topics for some particular reason. But yes, so one thing I told you was think food as fuel. Have the same fuel as much as possible. You can bend it here and there. Sometimes you can skip here and there. It's fine. You don't blame yourself for skipping few days. That's total human tendency. But I just have this in mind. I just wanted to talk to you guys about how you can optimize your fuel that you consume. Like I said, I'm not telling you to eat this, right? That's a whole different topic of telling you what to eat, but that's not what I'm going to do. I'm just giving you my experience in terms of how I'm maintaining great immunity, right? Now I was thinking whether to do this video or not, right? Because it's sort of not in my boundaries in terms of not being a medical student, etc., right? But I don't like to tell someone if I don't have any certificates to prove the same, except obviously you have seen my transformations, right? But then I realized that everyone around me is falling sick except me, so that's why I just thought probably this may help. So this video is not about like a plan as such, but more of a diet regimen that can help you, right? Especially people who are overweight and have poor lifestyle choices in terms of what they eat and how they are. Probably this will help you, right? Try to have at least one constant meal same throughout the week or throughout the month, and the other meal you can vary here and there. Right now you may be having 3 meals a day, 4 meals a day, and still being lean as hell, but for me it doesn't work. For me it just 2 meals is already too much, right? I still gain weight on that. So yeah, I just wanted to talk to you guys about this. I know this video is not very entertaining, but yes, that's how sometimes I have to be a little more serious. And on this channel, I mean, you get only the truth, nothing but the truth. So yeah guys, and for those who have watched the video till now, I'm extremely thankful and grateful. And if you could do one last thing, please like the video, subscribe. It helps me grow, it helps me in terms of motivation, etc., to do more content like this. Until then, I guess I'll catch you tomorrow. Cheerio.